Hello everybody and good evening from the Republic of Kosovo. Here I am, Pranvera Haisani, the Director of Astronomy Outreach of Kosovo Group. And right now we are doing a thing for the first time because we are broadcasting a moon from Kosovo skies. And this is something that we are doing for the first time. So let me share the screen with you. Okay. Alright, here's the moon, but it's not very well focused. And we are using a Refractor Telescope 100mm, which just came a new donation from Mr. Stephen Ramsden from Charlie Bates Solar Astronomy Project nonprofit organization. And right now I think the moon is focused, but I have to deal with the exposure. Just give me some little time. Okay. Wow, here's coming. That's it. Okay, we should adjust the exposure a little bit more. Here we go. Okay, we gotta put that on center right now. Also, let me tell you that we are using a monochrome Grasshopper camera. This camera also came as a donation from Stephen Ramsden. We have captured mostly the sun through this camera, but right now we are using that on the moon and it works perfect. So you can see how the moon looks now, and it's in waxing TBO's phase. Okay. And I just want to tell everybody that English is not my first language, so if I do any mistake, don't mind it. All right, so well, I'm not sure how many of you knows that the lunar eclipse, it will be just in 2 days after, in 16th of September, and in Kosovo will be visible from about 7 p.m. to midnight. Fantastic. And we have planned to organize something in the middle square of the city in Pristina, inviting people to observe this lunar eclipse with us together. Last year in the total lunar eclipse, we have been very unlucky because we have been up all night waiting for the clouds to move, but we couldn't see any of the eclipse. Whatever, we are looking forward for this one, and today, I mean tonight, the weather seemed to be very clear. I hope it's gonna be like this next days. Whatever. All right, so you can see how the moon looks. In the close to the terminator, we can see much more craters because of the shadows. They are much more visible, and I'm going to take a closer look. I have to change something. I mean, I have to put a barrel off. So here I am. I'm just going to change. Okay. So I have to get the barrel off. All right. We are using a 3x parallel right now just to take a closer look to the surface of the moon, a closer look to the craters, mountains, and everything there. Okay, here we are back. Oh, my camera seems a little bit unclean on my barrel, but I'm going to focus it. Whoa, there we go. Yes. Okay, I think it seems right to me right now, but I gotta play with the exposure a little bit. All right. So everybody who's watching right now, we have just changed the camera to the 3x parallel, and we are seeing that closer, but I gotta move the telescope in different parts right now. Wow, we just saw a satellite passing through in front of the sun. That must have been an artificial satellite. I'm sorry that my camera is not, I think not my camera, but I think my barlow, it's not very well clean. I don't know why, but I can see some stuff in there. I don't like it. Whatever, I'm just trying to put in center this place, I mean this region, and this region is where Apollo mission, Apollo 11 has landed. And in honor of 3 astronauts that has been part of this mission, there are 3 craters named in honor of them. I they are too small and I cannot show which are they, but I know that they are in this region. Whatever we are moving the telescope in different regions, we can see some Maria and debris because of crash with the asteroids and meteorites. So I'm trying to, oh my gosh, this telescope is. We are also using a Skywatcher AQ5 mount. I'm trying to go to this crater, which is one of my favorite, because at the first time when you look at them with binoculars or any picture, the first thing that you will spot is this crater, and it's named in honor of astronomer Tycho Brahe. If you know him, he's a very famous astronomer. He was. So if we go to the Terminator, you can see much more craters visible. I'm sorry, but I don't know to name all of them because I'm not very good at that, but I will try to learn them for the next time. And for all of you who doesn't know, the moon has been created by a crash that has been to Earth by another celestial body which was about Mars-sized. When that planetoid and Earth has been crashed, because of this, the moon was created from all the debris which was spread out in space. So when the moon was created, the Earth has changed, because since then the Earth has got its axis at tilde about 23 degrees, and because of that we also have seasons. Also, the moon is very, I mean, after scientists have studied the moon, they have noticed that the moon is very similar to Earth. I mean, in geologically, because all elements are similar to Earth. And this just shows us that they came from the same thing. I'm just trying to move and show some more parts of the moon. These craters looks very small from this telescope, but they have very huge size, and deep. They are deep. You can see also a very huge crater there in Terminator. It looks good. I don't know its name. Oh, we just saw another thing. That should have been a satellite, or I don't know. Okay, right now in center we have a crater which is very dark, and that is named after Plato. Probably some of you know him, and it looks really nice. And I can't believe that I'm doing this. It's my first time, but I'm just trying. I mean, this is more like a test, how it looks and how this broadcast goes. It's the first time doing this from Kosovo. And thanks to Steven Ranson, who has just teached me to do this, because he does that all the time, broadcasting the sun. Rob Black too, from Australia. Okay, we are back again here. Okay, our group was invited to visit NASA moon rock that NASA has actually brought it to Milan of Italy for 3 days. And I have been there. I have seen a moon rock. That was just incredible. Then that moon rock was brought to Earth by the astronauts of Apollo 14 mission. It was pretty big, and it was just incredible. I have also had the opportunity to get into, inside of a replica module, lunar module, which was the module of Apollo 16 called Casper. It was such a feeling, such a great feeling to be inside of that and to see all the stuff, because that module had the original software from the Apollo 16. And what's most interesting, that the astronaut Charlie Duke has been inside of that too. So by studying these rocks, all scientists could understand that the moon was just came from the same thing as Earth. And I have read some facts, people saying that the iron that has been found in the moon doesn't get rusted. That's because in the moon there is no atmosphere, and that cannot be rusted. Also, if you just look at the moon through binoculars, you will see lots of craters there. And this shows us at the first look that moon doesn't have an atmosphere, because if it had an atmosphere, then these craters wouldn't exist, because all the meteorites and asteroids would just blow away in the atmosphere, just like they do on Earth. We see these each night when we look up at the night sky. We see those not asteroids, but little meteorites just bombarding Earth, and they disappear. We just see a little bit fire, like a firework. Yeah, different in the moon, because moon gets hit a lot by meteorites and asteroids. That's why it has lots of craters. It's the same. It looks very similar to Mercury planet. But I'm glad that it was possible for the people to step on the moon. And there has been some other missions after Apollo 11 to step on the moon and bring rocks and explore that and see and learn and study anything about the moon. That's just great. I was just trying to show some of the parts of the moon, and I'm really excited about the lunar eclipse, which is coming up after 2 days. And I want to thank all of you for viewing this live broadcasting video. I'm just happy that you just watched this. It's my first time to do that, and we are really glad. So, thanks to every of you by our staff of Astronomy Outreach of Kosovo, and thanks for following all our activities. Thank you.